Owen Abbas here from FightHype.com. Eddie, we're here in London. You pulled off a big name. We've had big names here before: Klitschko, Errol Spence, Golovkin. Where does Lomachenko rate amongst the big names you brought over?
I think he's the biggest in terms of skill, in terms of sort of pound for pound ranking, if you like. We've had some huge names over here in the past. I mean, Ricky Burns fighting Terence Crawford, Kell Brook fighting Golovkin, Kell fighting Errol Spence, Usyk just fighting Tony Bellew, Linares here 3 times, and obviously Lomachenko right up there, probably for me, say the undisputed pound for pound number 1, but pretty much everybody's pound for pound number 1 in world boxing right now. So it's an honour to have him in the UK. But make no mistake, we're here because we want Luke to become pound for pound number 1. Going to be tough, going to be hard, but he has the skill, he has the ability to make it happen, I believe, and that's why we're here in the UK, because we believe we've got a great shot.
In regards to Luke Campbell's pro career, he's gone through a low, but he seems to be picking up this part of his career where he seems to be picking up and going nicely for him. What do you put that down to?
I just think experience, sometimes, his setup, mindset maybe. I mean, he was flying until he boxed Yvonne Mendy the first time, and that defeat was such a big kick in the nuts at the time. He wasn't right in that fight. He shouldn't really have taken that fight. He should have pulled out. But he went through it, he gained the experience. Then he boxed Jorge Linares, and he didn't really believe he could beat Linares. Actually, after 12 rounds, I thought he'd nick the fight. Certainly, if it wasn't for the flash knockdown, he definitely would have won that fight. Now he believes in himself. He's in the perfect prime. He's working with Shane McGuigan. They're confident. He's punching harder than ever. So this is if he's got a chance to beat Lomachenko, it is now. He wouldn't have beaten him 2 years ago. Might not have beaten him a year ago. This is the optimum Luke Campbell you're seeing now, and if it's good enough, it's good enough, and it's not, it's not. But it's the best chance he's got to beat him.
We saw in the Jorge Linares fight with Lomachenko that Lomachenko maybe has a couple of flaws there that Linares picked up at times. Do you believe that he should sort of base himself, look at that fight and see what the...
Yeah, I mean, you've always got to look at a fighter's performances, and Luke Campbell is very, very technically smart. So is Shane McGuigan. And I thought even George Groves up there spoke so well. I mean, he's got a lot to add to this camp and team as well. Has Linares got flaws? Maybe. I think the biggest flaw is his size. Up at lightweight, he's tiny compared to Luke Campbell. Campbell's a big lightweight, but he tends to use his skill to overcome that. And a lot of times I said the only way I see Lomachenko getting beat is by moving too far up the weight classes. Now you see him in with a very big lightweight in Luke Campbell. It's going to be interesting. So you got to watch the previous fights where he's been down against Linares, or looked like he might have been hurt a few times. Look at his body, look at the injuries, clutch at a few straws along the way. But we know it's going to be tough, but we hope everything comes together.
You seem to have it with the lightweights. You've got a very talented lightweight in America that FightHype know quite well in Devin Haney. We know that he's going to have a fight against Abdullayev.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like Abdullayev.
But when you look at Luke Campbell and Devin Haney, is that the prospect, that fight you want that in the future? That's the fight that you want to make eventually? Yeah,
well, that was the fight that I felt could be for the WBC world title. And I felt like the WBC should go down the rankings. But obviously they wanted Lomachenko to be their champion. I understand that, and hopefully we can derail that with Luke Campbell. Devin Haney's set to fight Abdullayev, and that's going to be a final eliminator for the winner of this fight. So we've got them all stacked up everywhere, and Devin Haney is an exceptional young talent who's going to be a major threat in the division.
Do you feel like Devin Haney's going to be that guy for you that breaks the market in America? Because you've always been looking for that one name, and it seems like Devin Haney, there seems to be a lot of hype about him, and especially after his last performance. Do you feel like you've got that guy? Yeah,
I think he's an exceptional fighter. I mean, he looks the part, his work ethic is unquestionable. He appeals to that younger generation. A lot of people are talking about him, and he's very important to Matchroom Boxing USA. So we want to sign as many great young fighters as possible, but perhaps he could be the guy that we build from before the world titles to go on and dominate divisions.